Hi guys, Darth Deuces back with another video. It's been a while, life has been busy, all that good stuff has kept me busy from making videos and also just not really having the motivation to make videos, if I'm being completely honest. But I got the new vintage collection Mandalorian Ahsoka Tano Corvus figure. I'm always happy to get new vintage collection figures. So I thought we'd take a look at it, just like unbox it or open it right on camera and give it a quick review. I got this off of Amazon. I had a pre-order on Amazon, Amazon Canada to be specific. She is currently in stock in Amazon Canada as well. If you're looking to get her, she's more expensive than she was when I pre-ordered her, which is kind of silly, but it is what it is, I guess. But taking a look at her in the packaging, big fan of the vintage collection packaging. It's been my favorite packaging for pretty much any figure ever. And yeah, this one's really good actually. I really like the image of Ahsoka there. I think they picked a good image, or digibashed a good image. I don't really know if this is actually a still from the show. Ahsoka Tano Corvus Mandalorian figure there. And it actually came in good condition, or relatively good condition. Usually you get packages, vintage collection figures from Amazon. They put them in the soft shippers, or they're all beat half to hell. But this one came in a box and actually wasn't all bent and beat up, which is pretty nice. But we're going to open it, so it does not really matter. On the back, there's some other figures. Bib Fortuna, Bo-Katan, which I have, the new Yoda, which hasn't released yet, the Clone Trooper 501st, which I might get, I don't know, but that hasn't released yet either. Death Watch Mandalorian, which I am looking forward to. I have a couple of them on pre-order with Amazon. It's supposed to have released at the same time as this figure, but they haven't shipped yet, so I don't know when those are actually going to ship, but I'll have those eventually. And then Fennec, I'm looking forward to getting at some point, and then I have a Quill. But yeah, not really much else to say, so let's just crack it open. Just get the bubble. I'll probably save the card. I usually save my vintage collection cards. Sometimes I don't if they're too beat to shit, or if they're not really that interesting of card backs, because there are some vintage collection card backs of characters that just aren't that exciting looking. It happens. But this one's a good card back, and it's in good shape, so we're going to keep this one. So we'll put that off to the side. And then get her out of the packaging. I am interested to see how the articulation is on this figure. I've heard it's pretty well articulated. Getting lightsabers out is always kind of a pain with these things. But there we go. Put that. Throw that in the garbage. And we've got the Ahsoka figure out of the packaging. Let's lower the camera. Yeah, so I mean, right out when I already had seen it in the packaging, this figure is already looking pretty impressive. And there's a lot of good stuff I'm actually already seeing that I like. But she does come with a couple of accessories. You do get her two lightsabers, the Shoto lightsaber, which is a bit bent. I might have to heat that up. For some reason, this is really bent. Ooh, okay. So you can see this is really bent from where the blade is. I'm gonna have to heat that up. I don't know how that even happened. But the hilt just painted in silver, but it's sculpted pretty nicely, and it's got the clear whitish sort of blade. And then you've got this one's not warped at all. You've got the actual full-length lightsaber with a bit of the curve there, and it's got a little bit of gray or gunmetal paint on it, which is cool. Although I am seeing either there's paint wear, or it just looks like they gave the hilt a really, really light paint of coat, because the bottom of the hilt looks translucent, so that's kind of weird. But not a big deal. I'm assuming she can hold these no problem. Slide them in. Oh yeah, she holds that one really good. I want to put this one. I'll give her the inverse grip for this one. Yeah, okay, so she holds the lightsabers really well. Excuse the fact that it's a terrible pose. But yeah, she holds them really well, and that looks cool. But yeah, looking at the sculpt and paint, the head sculpt looks really good, and the face print looks excellent. This is a really good looking head sculpt and face print. It's kind of crazy how face print just kind of changed the game for figures in general, but even the 3 3/4 inch, because it's something I don't think we initially ever expected to see on 3 3/4 inch, and now that we do, they just look really good. In some cases, they look better than the 6-inch figures. And she's got the headdress thingy there, and they got the Leku, or not. No, maybe not Leku. That's Twi'leks. I have no idea what they call these things. The head tails look good, and the blue paint for the markings look really nice and relatively sharply applied for the most part. The skin tone looks good and looks accurate to how it looks in the show. The skin tone's a little different on the back than the shoulders, because I believe the shoulders are the plastic color, but these are painted over black, so that's not super noticeable, but it is a thing. That is a thing with this figure. The sculpted details of her gauntlets that wraps around their arms look really good. The robes or tunic or whatever you want to call that looks good. You've got some nice sculpted details of these little straps or beads or whatever on the belt, which looks really nice. And it's all tied up in the back, which looks good. And you have the legs there. The baggy pants look pretty good as well. And then the boots look pretty nice. Nice sculpt and paint. Not a whole lot to talk about, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, it looks good. It looks like Ahsoka from the show. And that's kind of all you need, I guess. In terms of articulation, she has the double dumbbell joint in the neck. So she looks up a bit. It is obviously hindered because of the head tails. Looks down, not really that much. It just springs back up because of the head tails, but she does rotate relatively fine and a bit of pivot. Shoulder joints move really well, move up, move around, do all that good stuff. Elbow joints go 90 and move side to side, which is good. Only swivels at the wrist, which is kind of interesting. It seems to be a normal thing they've been doing for Ahsoka figures, because I assume because her hands and wrists are so small, it's maybe hard to engineer the wrist hinges in there, I guess. Not a big deal. I don't think that's a deal breaker by any means. It is kind of unfortunate though. But I do like that they're molded in sort of a position where they're bent forward a bit, so they're good for holding lightsaber holding poses, which I really like. I believe it's a ball joint. Yeah, the ball joint in the torso, which it gets gappy if you go too far, but it does crunch back quite a bit. Crunches forward a fair amount, and then you pivot a little bit, and you get good rotation. She has the new ball jointed hips, which is really nice. I'm super happy they started implementing these new ball jointed hips into the 3.75 inch figures. Feels like they've been lagging behind on that forever. The disc hinge joints, I just never liked them. I mean, obviously I like them over swivel, but yeah, this is the way to go, and they move really nicely. And she has a swivel cut at the thigh. Single hinge that goes really far, actually. I wasn't expecting that for how baggy and bulky these pants were sculpted. These bend super far. Holy. They're designed actually very similar to the Black Series re-armored Boba Fett, so that's cool. No swivel cut at the boot, which doesn't bother me personally, but it would have been an easy thing to implement, I think. And you have hinges at the ankles, move up a bit, move down a lot, and you get ankle pivot, which is also another piece of articulation. I'm glad they're making a norm on the 3.75 inch figures. So yeah, she looks really good. And then you get the lightsabers, like I already said, those accessories, which look nice. And maybe we get her in a pose, maybe. That's not too crazy, but yeah, she poses really nicely. It's a really nice figure. I don't really know. There's not much else to say. It is really nice. There is a deluxe version of this figure that is either just coming out. Maybe some people already have it. I don't know. That comes with her lightsabers, obviously. And also comes with a soft goods robe or cloak or whatever. It comes with the little owl. I can't remember its name. I think it comes with Grogu and like a little stone that has like a lamp on it or something. From when they were doing the little training thing when he was moving the ball around with the Force or whatever. Yeah, it would have been nice if this figure came with the robe at least. I also would like it if they start including the unlit lightsaber hilts with their figures again. For whatever reason, they're not doing that really much anymore. Back in the day with all like Jedi and Sith and whoever lightsaber wielding figures, they almost always gave unlit lightsaber hilts. They stopped doing it. I would like them to continue to start doing that again, but a small complaint, because I am going to display her with her lightsabers ignited, so it doesn't really matter to me that much. But yeah, she's really cool. Really cool. Really good figure. If you're a 3.75 inch Star Wars collector, I'd highly, especially if you're looking at the Mando stuff, I'd highly recommend picking this one up. And then if you're 6-inch collector, yeah, there's a Black Series one coming out. For me, I'm probably going to get both, because I simp out majorly for Hasbro. But quickly at the end, let's do a couple quick comparisons. I actually have all the other Ahsoka vintage collection figures. So Here's that Ahsoka. Here's the old Clone Wars 3 1/4 inch Vintage Collection / Black Series. So this one's technically the Black Series re-release, but the Vintage Collection one, the first Vintage Collection one, is exactly the same. They are re-releasing it with face printing, which is kind of cool, but I won't be getting that because I don't see a point to. And then here's the newer Clone Wars Season 7 Ahsoka, and you can kind of see the similarities between these two. This one not so much, but these two definitely look kind of similar. Yeah, they're all really good figures. These two especially. This one's okay. It's got some outdated articulation, but yeah, I mean, from an action perspective, I definitely say this one's the best one. It's got all the new articulation. This one, I believe, still has the old disc hinges. I do like this look better. This one, I like this look better, but yeah, it's a good set of figures. This one's a really good release, and if you collect the 3 3/4 inch Star Wars line, I would highly recommend it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video, whenever that will be. So yeah, thanks again, guys, and may the Force be with you.